What up, though, YouTube? It's your boy T Electric. Just, it's a lot on my mind. Word is that Biden and Harris is going to push a gun back. What they call it? What they call that shit where you it's a mandatory buyback, a gun buyback program that's going to be mandatory. That's some crazy shit. They also saying that they about to push it where magazines for our beloved AR-15s are going to cost upwards of $200 for a magazine. So they definitely trying to hurt us. They are targeting the law abiding um, buyers of guns like ourselves, and they're targeting the gun industry, the industry that sells guns. And I hear that if you do not participate in the buyback program, that you're going to be charged $200 for every gun that you got registered. I mean, this shit, man, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Why do they not want us to have the freedom to buy whatever we want to buy? I feel like they trying to create more victims. I can't even wrap my mind around the purpose of it, man. Why punish law-abiding citizens that has done nothing wrong, but they want to penalize us and take away our guns when, well, take away certain guns when we gotta protect our lives, defend our lives, and protect our families from anarchy. Now, this the fucked up part. The criminals, they loving it. It's like a early Christmas to them because they bought their gun illegally and it ain't registered. But the law-abiding citizen who did nothing wrong, committed no crime, they want to make it hard for us. And they want to take away our guns. I mean, what's the grand scheme of things, man? And I know what this government is capable of doing. I mean, all you got to do is look back to what, 92, 93, Branch Davidians? You see how they assassinated that man's character? Accused him of all these ugly crimes? But the main thing they was wanting to do, they was invading. They did an invasion on his house, a home invasion on his compound. For what? Weapons, guns, that I believe he legally bought. Do you see how the ATF just ran up to his compound using military tactics and shit? And you see what happened? Burned them out. That's why I was telling you, if it ever be a situation where the shit hit the fan, really the last place you want to hold out is your home, because guess what? They're going to smoke you out, that motherfucker. I say buy some fucking land, man. Create some checkpoints. Don't let a motherfucker get that close to touch your home. You feel me? But this shit is sickening, man, that we got these type of motherfuckers about to run the country right now. And I still say, and I'm gonna speak my motherfucking mind. I don't hold shit back. I do believe it was a coup d'etat that they overthrew Trump. I think Trump really did win, but when you got motherfucking cities that got crooked, mayors and governors and shit, man, man, they said Biden won Michigan because of Detroit. No, come on now. I ain't talking down on my own city, but I've been here long enough to know how dirty and crooked that some of these politicians can be in Detroit. Shit, they probably threw all the votes for ballot for Trump. They probably threw all that shit in the garbage. But I can't believe this, man. I'm living in the United States of America, and they're about to impose a fucking mandatory gun buyback program. They already went after the braces, the AR-15, pistol braces. They already went, going after that. So, man, it make you want to be like, damn, man, should I even have, like, here in Michigan, you got any pistol, any firearm that got less than a 16-inch barrel is considered a pistol, and all pistols got to be registered to the police department. So, guess what? They're going to come knocking at my door and everybody else's door that was trying to do the right thing and legally purchase their gun. And if you refuse to do it, you got to pay that $200. And me, myself, I got multiple guns that's registered as pistols. So I'm out of that's like $1,200. Then they're gonna make it where your magazine is $200. Come on, what the fuck? What? Why? The question that I keep thinking over and over is, what's the purpose? Why are they trying to disarm a group of people, a law-abiding group of people? What are their plans? They did some shit like that back in Germany back in the day, where they disarmed all the people first. And you see how that shit turned out. Man, I'm telling you, something is about to happen, man. Shit is happening for a reason. I'm looking at how this government, the powers that be, they fucking with people's mind, the mindset. Look at this shit, how all this shit is just happening. Look at this COVID-19, how this shit just sprung up all of a certain. I think they just trying to figure out what we willing to do, what we're willing to accept. Look at this shit that happened in the case of George Floyd. That didn't deserve to happen to him, but look what happened. Look at who benefited from all the motherfucking protesters. Who did that? Do they really give a damn about police brutality? Or was that the liberals that put that shit together and had all these people, thousands, hundreds of thousands of people protesting across the country, the whole nation? And then they put their energy and they turned that into an anti-Trump campaign. Some kind of way they instilled that in people's brain that Trump has something to do with that shit. And everybody voted against him for that. You see what I'm saying? How the powers that be is some tricky motherfuckers, is brainwashing the motherfucker, and they don't even know it. They ain't even opening up their eyes to see what the fuck is really going down. Now, it's a reason why they trying to disarm us. At least they trying to get rid of weapons like this. Because this is sufficient right here to be able to fight back. Even though they may have automatic machine guns, this can still get a motherfucker off of you. Versus this. I just sense there's something bad about to happen, and they just wanna take over. They wanna enslave us. They want to enslave us. They want to enslave the law-abiding citizens. I think it's so fucked up that they use any excuse that they can to erode away our rights. You got a crazy motherfucker that go out, shoot up a school, shoot up a mall, shoot up a Walmart, shoot up a movie theater. They use that, and they'll use that as an example and use it as an excuse to go after law-abiding people that got their guns and ain't committed no crimes. It's just so unfair. It's unfair. And you got these motherfuckers that think like that. Guess what? They've been elected now. God, please don't let the Democrats get control over the Senate. I mean, yeah. Let the Republicans remain in control. And maybe they won't be able to just pass all these these unrighteous, unjustifiable laws. What type of world Biden living in where he don't want nobody to have an AR-15? Or I should be, as an American citizen, I should be able to own whatever the hell I want to own legally. If I can afford it, I should be able to buy it. Who the fuck gives you the right to tell me what I can choose for me, what I can buy? He want us to all have those ammo fudge shotguns. Now, from my understanding, he wants you to have a shotgun that you break down, put 2 shells in it, slap it back up, shoot the 2 shells, break the bitch back down, take them 2 hot shells out, and put 2 more shells in it. How in the fuck that's gonna stand up against a motherfucker that got a Draco? A bad guy that got a AR-15. Man, you'll be got shot 30 motherfucking times before you can load that bitch again. But that's the type of mindset this motherfucker got. And I don't understand it, why they hate guns. I just think they about to try to do some shit to try to enslave a motherfucker. They already want a motherfucker to depend on them for everything. So now you coming after our guns. So after you take the guns, guess what? They're going to come after us. I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Why we got to pay the price for some crazy motherfuckers, like the motherfucker that went in Vegas in the hotel and shot all them people up, killed about 58 people. But they'll take that and say all of us is like that. If you own an AR-15, you can't be up to no good. What you need with an AR-15, that's a weapon of war. It ain't no weapon of war. It's not fully automatic. It's not a weapon of war. I call it a weapon of love. If it's in the right hands, this AR-15 can save lives from a crazy motherfucker. Like that motherfucker a few years back went in that church in Texas, and he had on bulletproof, vest, body armor, and he had an AR-15, and he went in that church and started shooting them people up. But guess what? It was a good guy with the AR-15 that stayed next door and heard all the commotion, heard the shooting. Guess what? He grabbed his AR-15. He didn't even have time to put his shoes on. He ran out and he confronted that crazy motherfucker, and he shot him with the AR. And that motherfucker, he instantly stopped shooting them people up in the church. And that nigga ran for his life. And my man's chased him down. He flagged somebody down. He was like, that motherfucker just shot the church up. Let's follow his ass. and they ran that motherfucker off the road, and he shot him up some more. He wouldn't have been able to do that with a pistol like this because the motherfucker had on bulletproof vests and shit, body armor. But that body armor couldn't defeat the AR-15, that 5.56. So it is important that we have the proper weapons that can defend us. Here in Detroit, you got motherfuckers 6 to 8 people, 10 people deep, all armed, doing home invasions on you. You can't fight them off with just a pistol because they got pistols. You need something to level the playing field, to equal the score. And that's an AR-15. That'll get them motherfuckers off of you. So I just don't understand what's all the hatred for, man. You know, it's a reason why they want to take that away from us. I think some shit gonna go down. They already trying to control motherfuckers. You know, they're already telling you when you can't go outside. They putting up curfews. They closing down everything. That's control, man. I understand, you know, they don't want this virus or whatever to spread, but I think it's some more sinister shit behind it. You know, I think we are creeping closer and closer to these motherfuckers about to try to just take over our rights and try to enslave us and where we would be living like communists or something, man, or Cuba or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Worse than that, though. Where they're just taking away our Second Amendment rights, man. Kiss my ass. But you got to be smart about it because they outnumber us. They got better firepower than us. So I just don't know, man. Something got to give because this shit is about to happen. They about to make it hard. They said that they about to make billions and billions of dollars taxing the gun industry. $200 for a fucking mag? Man, y'all go out and buy all the fucking magazines up. If you can afford it, go buy it. Buy the rifles up before this motherfucker take office. Because once, like my brother Nat Till Turner say, once when Biden and Harris get in that motherfucking White House and get comfortable, man, they about to make it hell. They already talking about they about to assign, what's that motherfucker that said, I'm going to take away your AR-15s? And I forget the nigga name, but they said they going to put him in charge of the shit, man. What the fuck, man? Y'all stay armed. Buy up all of the mags and ammo you can. Straight up. And I'm to the point to where I'm like, shit, if I do buy another one, I don't think I'm going to register the motherfucker. Fuck that shit. Because they know everything you got at the push of a motherfucking button, man. Ain't that a bitch? They really, oh my God, man. Criminals ain't get a free pass. So they get to have all of the good guns, powerful guns, and they want us to have a pistol and a shotgun. They could suck my motherfucking dick and choke on it. Salute.